Hello, my cosmic friends. Welcome back to my channel, Beautiful Cosmos Tarot 2. My name is Cosmos. Nice to meet you if you are new. And if you're one of my subscribers, hello again, guys. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. In this channel, I like to use the tarot to learn more about K-pop, whether it's groups, idols, or the industry in general. Okay, today we are going to talk about Miss Kim Garam. Kim Garam, or Chas Garam, is a former K-pop idol. She used to be a member of the K-pop girl group Sserafin. She was kicked out of the group due to alleged bullying that happened when she was in school. These accusations, well, like I said, they caused her to be kicked out of the group. And, well, in the end, the accusations turned out to be false, which is so sad. Recently, Garam Chas opened up an Instagram account. And, there has been mixed reactions about that. There are some that still believe that Garam is a bad person, and there are those that believe she is good. And there are those that are simply curious about what is going to happen with her. So we are going to try to take a look at that today. Garam was born on November 16, 2005, making her a Scorpio. So, like I said, we're going to try to take a look. Sometimes, well, Spirit doesn't want to tell us everything, and we will honor that. So let's see. What can we learn about you, Miss Garam? I will take a look at her energy first and then move on from there. Okay. Actually, no. This one wants to be first. Then I'll use this one. Okay. Kim Garam, what can we know about you, young lady? What are we allowed to know? Okay, I just heard I miss the stage. I miss my friends. And by friends, I see the members of Les Sserafin. Okay. I don't see them talking, not even through text. Okay. And that is mostly because, well, somehow things get leaked, right? It's either the workers of companies or psychos that somehow manage to hack into phones and stuff like that. So that is why there has been zero contact with Miss Garam. However, both sides, though, they would like to actually still be in contact, still be talking, but yeah. Miss Garam, she has kept her distance. So that way, Les Sserafin is not as affected. Now, and yes, I haven't looked at these, but I am picking this up intuitively, so I'm letting you know. Also, Garam has kept tabs on Les Sserafin to see how, things are going for them. Oh, she felt very bad for them with the whole hate they received after Coachella. I think it was in 2023, 2024, I can't remember, but yeah, Les Sserafin went to Coachella, and yeah, it was bad. A part of Garam also feels that, how did it get that bad? Because Garam, well, she remembers training with the members, and she doesn't remember things being that bad with vocals and stuff like that. And say whatever you want about Les Sserafin and their vocals, okay? Some people think that they're fine, some people think that they're good, and some people think they're in the middle. But from Garam's point of view, she doesn't remember them being like that. She remembers them being better. There are times Garam feels that, okay, maybe I'm being a little biased because, well, I used to be part of the group and those are my friends. But yeah, from Garam's point of view, she's surprised that things got that bad as time has progressed. The search, feeling lost, confused, and lonely. Yeah, I think Garam once said that I was happy for like 2 weeks or something like that, right? But yeah, her time with Les Sserafin was really short. It wasn't even a month, I think, with Les Sserafin. So obviously after, training so hard and then being removed from the team. Well, yes, Les Sserafin is a team, but I meant group. After being removed from the group, well, that's exactly how she felt. She felt lonely. She felt lost. She felt confused. Like, how did they get to that point? And if she was truly bad, like, why speak up now, right? Why speak up now? Why not speak up at school? But why speak up now? And it's always like that, no? Because I remember the same thing happened with Hyunjin of Stray Kids. So, yeah, Garam wonders, okay, why speak up now? Like, are you that jealous or are you truly that miserable? But from Garam's point of view, it seems like, well, it's mostly jealousy at this point. Because it's a big coincidence, know that. Whenever they debut, that's when people talk. And also Garam feels like, you know what, people change. Yeah, maybe we have done something in the past, not necessarily just at school, but just life in general, right? We done our fair share of dumb stuff, and now she's being crucified for it. So yeah, she was searching for herself, basically searching her path, searching her way. Once she was kicked out, we have Eternal Dance, Movement, Wheel of Life, Path of Least Resistance. So yeah, returning to school, well, that one was the most obvious path for her at the time. It was the best path, and in the long run, I see that being a good thing for her. I can't remember what university it was, but I know it was an acting university. She was majoring in as an actress, so that's gonna go well for her. You know, I see commercials and I see smaller roles for her at the moment. And I say at the moment because that is how tarot works. Tarot is based on current energy. So things can always change. But based on current energy, that is what I'm seeing for her. Harmony. Well, now Garam feels better. Emotionally, physically, mentally, she feels better now. It took a while, of course, to get there. I think Garam was like 15 or 16 when the scandal happened. So yeah, she was very young. So it took a while for her to, you know, find her way, find her groove again, but she feels a lot better. Liberation. Breaking free from a negative attachment. You know, I see Ban Si-hyuk with this. And you know what? I see myself grabbing this deck. Okay, let me move this here. Because I see myself grabbing this deck. What do you want to tell us about this here? Ban Si-hyuk, and why is he coming up for Garam? Okay, we have energy, inspiration, trust, and I just heard broken trust. Okay, and abundance. Okay, so in the past, when she was training, when the Sserafin had debuted, Garam felt that Ban Si-hyuk, he was a great inspiration. She trusted him. She felt that he commanded. He had this energy of, you know, being in charge. So she trusted him. And when her scandal happened, she felt that, okay, with all of the abundance, with all of the money that he has, why didn't he help? Why didn't anybody at Hype help? Why they just pretended to investigate and stuff like that? Why nobody did anything? So that liberation part right there, it felt like she was holding a grudge, mostly towards Ban Si-hyuk, because at the end of the day, whether Ban Si-hyuk was the CEO at the time of Hype or not, he still has power. Okay, everybody says jump. I'm sorry, if he says jump, everybody jumps. And if anybody questions, he can just fire them. That simple. So she feels that she has liberated herself from that grudge, from that resentment towards him. Okay, well, that's good. Not an easy thing to do, but good for you, Garam. Okay, now let me bring these back. We have the message, positive news, positive outcome. Well, she is thankful with those that had welcomed her, well, at least on Instagram, right? Welcome her back. She's very grateful for those people that believed in her. She feels that, well, those are the true fans that she has had, even if it was only for, I don't know, 2 weeks or a month. I don't know how long she was part of the Sserafin for. I don't follow the Sserafin, so I'm not familiar that much with them. But she's very grateful for those. Even though she wasn't in the group for long, she was still able to cultivate some form of fandom, and she's very thankful for that. We have purification with fire, bare essentials, the truth, wholeness. Okay. The bare essentials. In here, I see her family. Her family was also a great source of comfort. I see parents. I don't know if both of her parents are alive. I mean, I don't follow King Garam either. And contrary to popular belief, I don't Google everything. That will be way too much work for me to do. But yeah, her family was a great source of comfort, helping her find her way. Hidden path. Hidden path. And I hearing. Sorry. English is my second language, guys. I'm sorry. When I read hidden path, I heard hidden blessing. So, like I said, the Seraphim has been very hated, very criticized, whatever you want to call it, for their vocals. So a lot of people have also told Garam, you know what? Good thing. Because you see how they are doing? Even when standing still, they've been criticized that they cannot hold a note the right way, that the songs that they were giving were not the right ones. So you know what? Be thankful that you're no longer part of that, because you will be involved in that. Or you will be suffering, because if you were part of the group, but if the songs that they would have given you don't suit you, then your vocal cords would have suffered, and that's not a good thing either. We have Winter's End. Regeneration, rebirth, positive outcome. That's the second positive outcome. And Nine of Hearts. Fulfillment, harmony, protection. Yeah, this is a new beginning for Garam, for sure. Small baby steps. I keep hearing that. Small baby steps. So, you know, a baby just doesn't run, right? They crawl. Well, they learn how to turn over. They crawl. They take their first wobbly steps, and then they run. So for me, Garam is going to be like that. Small baby steps, one day at a time, one step at a time. In commercials, I hear that again, commercials. Maybe smaller roles, but commercials, I keep seeing that. So commercials, modeling. Okay, let me grab this stick again. It wants to come out again. What else can we learn about Miss Garam? Garam. Well, that's interesting. Okay, thank you, Spirit. We will honor that. I just heard you cannot know about King Garam's love life. I just heard that. So I am not going to be delving into that. Feel free to not believe a word I'm saying, okay? Feel free. I understand that. Some people just like to hate watch, right? Especially when BTS is involved. But yeah, feel free to not believe me. But when I hear you're not allowed to, no. And sometimes I actually see like an X. I honor that. If I keep digging into something that I've been told I'm not allowed, that is bad karma on me and on you, because you're watching. You clicked on this. So we will honor that. So we will not be taking a look at her love life. Yeah. I don't see either one. I don't see if she's single. I don't see if she's dating. But it looks like we're not allowed to know. So we will honor that. Okay. We will take a look at the things we are allowed to know about Miss Garam. So let's keep going. We have safe home. Yeah, for the longest time, obviously, her home, that was her haven. Her heaven. Her haven? Heaven. Her peaceful place. Her safe space. Her home. Health. This whole scandal really did took a toll on her health for a while. Like physically, emotionally, mentally. It actually took a toll on her for a while. But once again, her parents, and I see an older lady. I don't know if it's her actual grandmother or a figure that she looks up to and feels like a grandmother figure. But yeah, her family were a great source of comfort. We have beauty. Once again, I see an older lady. I see an older lady. So yeah, I don't know if it's her actual grandmother or somebody she looks up to and feels like a grandmother to Garam. But this older lady, she was there cheering her up. Especially in those days that Garam just did not want to do anything, didn't want to get out of bed. I see this older lady like encouraging her like, come on, sweetie, get out of bed, come eat. You don't want to go out? Okay, that's fine. Well, you know what? Let me brush your hair. Look at your hair. Look at this pretty hair. Look at this pretty face. It will look better with a little smile. Can you give me a smile? Can you give me a smile? You know, things like that to make Garam feel better. To encourage her to at least get out of bed. So yeah, that's what I see with this beauty card. Sensuality. Okay, I'm not saying Garam is involved in any of that kind of stuff, because it's not. But sensuality, well, there are times you do feel like that, right? You're feeling, oh, sexy, I feel hot. That is how she feels now. Now, from time to time, she does fall back. Because, you know, our minds, it's easier to recollect the sour times versus the happier times on many occasions. But once again, she feels a lot better now. In all of the aspects, physically, emotionally, mentally, and also spiritually. Whatever beliefs Miss Garam has, those have really helped her out as well. Letting go. Well, letting go what happened, letting go on the past, that has been difficult. For obvious reasons, no? That has been difficult, but little by little, she has let go of that. Once again, the liberation card here is catching my attention. So little by little, she has been able to let go of what happened and just move on with her life, make new friends, give her best at university, in school. Yeah. And this deck is catching my attention. So let's see. What can we know about Miss Garam? What can we know? Okay, thank you. Okay, the card that flew out is the Lovers. And it's in reverse. Well, somebody must still be curious about Kim Garam's love life. So the small detail that I am getting here is that, well, she's not interested in that right now. She's not. Eventually, maybe, but not right now. Yeah, that's all I am getting. So somebody must have been really curious about her love life. So, hey, there you go. That's the thing you're going to get. Let's keep going. Seven of Swords. That is giving me a bad vibe. Let's keep looking, because immediately I am just getting this uneasy vibe. Knight of Swords. Okay, thank you, Spirit. It looks like after her scandal, about, I am getting 6 months to a year, so it looks like Garam had offers from people that, come this way and, you know, we will get you in the entertainment industry again. We can do that, so don't worry about it. Come here. But you see this, the figure in this card, in this deck, it has a sword hidden behind her back or his back. Those were, well, they were shady people. Some of them were scammers trying to profit off of her in not so good ways. So it looks like she dodged many bullets. And once again, her family was a great source of comfort, but also protection against those people here. Oy. Okay. Excuse me. 3 of Cups. The Empress. And the Moon. Well, going back to school was a little awkward. But eventually she made new friendships. Friendships that she cherished. Friendships that believe in her at the time of, you know, her scandal and till now. So she has good friendships. And also, Garam is hopeful for the future, whatever that future might bring. Okay, I just heard theater, like plays and stuff like that. I don't know what kind of acting training Garam has, and I don't know what an acting degree consists of. Okay, I went to university myself, but I did not major in performing arts. But either way, it looks like, well, she's hoping to do that too. Doing plays, dramas, commercials. But either way, Garam feels hopeful. Hopeful for the future. And she's also still hopeful for Serafin's future. Whatever the future is going to hold for Sserafin, she's wishing him the best. Sorry, guys. I know. Hold on. Let me drink some water. I had a client before doing this, so my throat is drying out. But yeah, like I said, she's hopeful for her future. She's hopeful for Sserafin future. And you know what? Ban PD himself. She's also hopeful that, whatever he's doing, whatever his reasoning was behind not supporting her, not doing enough for her, that it was worth it. And you know what? That it worked out in the end. It hasn't been easy to get to that point, but that is what she feels. And this deck is catching my attention. What else do you want to tell us about Miss Garam that we're allowed to know? Okay, this one too. Okay, Four of Pentacles. The World card. Okay. They are agencies that are already looking to, make a contract or invest. I don't know what the exact term will be here, but to work with Miss Garam. They feel that, you know what, Garam, she's a very pretty girl. She's talented. We could work with her, but at the same time, there are those that are feeling that will be a bad idea, that it will be a financial risk. So there's both sides in there. The Magician. The Six of Wands. Once again, Miss Garam herself, she's feeling positive. Seven of Wands. And there's conflict there. Yeah, she knows that. Well, just like back in the day, there was a lot of competition. There was some people that, they didn't believe in her and stuff like that. But she debuted. So she feels like, you know what? Yes, there's a lot of people that are against me. But then there are those that are with me. And at the end of the day, we have the Ten of Pentacles. Things are going to be okay. It's going to take time, but things will work out for Garam, whatever that may be. Whether it's theater, commercials, acting. I also hear investments, so it could be Garam investing in something. Or somebody investing in her. So yeah, whatever Miss Garam decides to do, I do see it working out in the end. It's going to take a while to get there, though, okay? It's going to take a while to get there. But in the end, I do see her being prosperous. I see her being happy. MC, I also see that she might be a possible MC. MC is Masters of Ceremony. When there's awards and, they go on the shows, and then there's the people saying, just presenting, announcing the winners and stuff like that, getting things going. That's what I see here. And that is all. I just heard that, and that is all. So thank you, Miss Garam. We will honor that. Thank you, Spirit. We will honor that. Thank you, guys, for watching this whole thing. If you're still watching, I appreciate it. I wish you guys the best. I wish Miss Kim Garam the best. Thank you once again for being here. And, well, we have a new month coming up, so I don't know when, but I will do my live Q&A like I do every month. So make sure that you're subscribed and that you have the notifications on, so that way you don't miss the announcement. I always do the announcements here on YouTube, okay? I do have Instagram and I have Threads. But yeah, I would say I'm more active in here and Threads than my actual Instagram, but feel free to follow them, okay? And if you would like to request a reading, just leave it in the comments below. I will do my best to get to you. Keep in mind, I do have a lot of requests, more than 200. And if you would like to skip that line, you can always pay for a reading. That would be $35. All right, guys. Thank you once again for being here. I appreciate it. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.